Welcome back. Welcome back. Here I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna deal with you sort of a problem. Try to solve a problem that somebody asked me of. I think it's about how to use arrays in a class as data members. How that how are those used, such as that, and then we going to do that. Yeah, for now we would like to create a class. Firstly, I'm gonna create it for you. Class, the class name. Then let's say that in the example that I had, where I was instructed and I was required to develop a class that would somehow read a file of national information or data that has to do with votes and all that. So now would like to start with a class, and the class name it's party. Party. It's gonna be party. That's as you can see how we create it, because the other day I created the other way. That was the simplest way, and now I'm doing it for you in a way that at least you can understand. So as you all can see, you can listen to what I do. Just pay attention, and then you will understand everything that happens here. This question, it's out of 43 marks in exam, and then that's going to be done in an older way. I will also try to show you the whole what you say my file. I'll try to open the file for you so that you see what's happening. So that you get to see as I create. Here it's gonna be where my implementation will be. This is gonna be where my implementation will be. Now I'm gonna try to take much of what I have and do it for you. Well, let me try. Maybe I'll make a reference to the question that I'm doing to you, Ndwara. But as to read for you is that you are required to develop an application that will enable political parties to process voting data obtained during elections and produce some information and predictions. Well, you guys, as you can see, this is our question paper, which is question 3. It reads as follows: you are required to develop an application that will enable political parties to process voting data obtained during elections and produce some information and predictions regarding the elections. The election data is stored in a SVS file called national CSV. The application field in the file are party name, which party name, abbreviation. This is an abbreviation. This is a leader, meaning the name of the leader, and the total number of votes there you have. So what we have now, we are to create a UML class diagram, which are given like here, which will have which will now contain this data member party code. It's gonna be an array, and then also the party name, the array. The party leader is gonna be an array, and all that gonna be array. We're gonna read this from this SVS file. This is the file that we're given, and in my program, I think this is my file, though it's not the same because I had some sort of which see that have much of way to do them. Then I thought that it would be at least okay to do it in some sort of a way. As I'll show you mine. As I'm showing you my file, this is where my program is. This is a folder where my program is. You'd see like this, and this is my SVS file. I think it's here. Open. Here it is. As you can see, I have these. I'll try to a bit maybe widen up this so you can see these. These are the political parties that I have, and we know these are the abbreviation, the leader names, and also the totals of the votes. Well, I've just omitted the line, that the header that indicates if whether this is the party name, abbreviation, the name of the leader, and all that, because after all we don't need it. So in my SVS file, and then you could see that these are not the same. I just punched my own information, but as you understand how it is, you will understand it's the same way. The name, these may be somehow at least be different because I just taken from another kind of SVS file and then used it instead of like typing down the one that we are given in fact from these from the question paper. So what I will do now is to make you understand that now we are to create these party class with these are data members. I want you to understand whatever that is in the class is a data member, whether it's a method which sometimes can be called a function. It's a data member, whatever it is, data member, but they are methods but in collection we call them data members because they're a member of a class. So when you want to say to somehow try to at least differentiate them within the class, you can say these are methods because they are functions. These are methods, and these you can just call them, these are just variable names and or attributes. Call them attributes, but in either way it's fine. Then now let us continue with what I would like. At least you have seen what so let's continue what with the program, and I want you to understand that now we are here. This is my implementation, and I would like to give me I would like to start with declaring all my attributes and all that, and then as you have seen, I will try to show you again. As this is a party code, it's an array, it's a string. Party name is a string, it's an array. Party leader is a string, it's an array. And party vote is an integer, it's an array also. So I would put them in a way that definitely realigns in this question paper. We have a string, where the string which is a party name. Don't forget that it's an array. It's an array. So in most cases you don't really get given in terms of whether it's the size of the array, you're not given, and what you should do is just do like this. It's just like do like this, and you just make it um uh, and I can say maybe size, since we were not told, which is like this, and then I can in here just put my size, sorry, size and all that, and we're done. And then I continue. The next attribute we had, the not attribute we had, I think now it's ambiguous, size is ambiguous. I think let's try this one, because I think the size is there, and let me try this one, so you should understand that it's fine now, because there's this reserve term called size, so you must use a capital letter size, not the small letter, because there are reserve variables within the compiler. And so then we come and say we have what? We have a string, string name, which is an array, and since we know that we are going to put it as a size like this, and then we come when we have the string. Okay, now use string, so I didn't close my bracket here, but I'm to close it. Give me that, and I am to, let me try to be a bit fast so that I don't waste time. A bit fast. This is it, and this is it, string, and the size name gonna be like this because I've declared it like this. And what do I have now? My third is the party. I have a party leader, the party leader. Don't forget that these, I can say this is the party code, because I just didn't the party. This is the party name, and this is the party leader and all that, so that you guys don't get in any way. And then we have int, which is total votes. You can say total votes, and then we know it's like this size, and we come here, all that. These are our attributes, and these attributes definitely are in private, since I've indicated to you the other day that you cannot really make something like attributes and all that be public, because anybody can change it, like a name. When we have created a system for ourselves to maybe at least create way for us to maybe allow you to enter some names and all that, you can enter that, but we don't want you to change the names later. We just want you to get that. So this protects us from at least knowing that we are safe from anybody trying to manipulate and all that. Then now let's do, we have a certain, this is our constructor, it's always there. This is our constructor that help us to initialize most. Then one day I might somehow explain to you exactly what constructor, but this is just to do this question for you. And then now we come to a function. We have a method, in fact, a method called void load votes, and it accepts, it receives, in fact, a string as a parameter. I don't know what string it is, but I will be told a string as a parameter, and it's like this. And then what do we have again? We have another way called int. It's called search. We search, it's called search. So for now I'm not given this is called search. It's a string, receive string. I don't know, they said a key here, but it's fine. That means it receive a key, but I don't know that. And then like this, and we have what? get total, which get total will be an int. It says get total, and it doesn't receive any parameter. And we have what? We have a double, the double that in fact get the number of seats, num seats, and it receives a string. And lastly we have a void. This is double. We have void. Here what we have is void party profile, party profile, and it receives nothing, and like this. And these are implementation, and this is what we need for now. This is what we need, and this is what we need to make sure that we manipulate the problem or solve the problem that we have. Whatever that we're gonna be doing has to involve these data members. So that's why we have to come here. This is where the real action starts. This is where the momentum has to be seen and developed and come to a rising point. And as for here, you've seen how things have been labeled and all that. I think we have also, so we have to what if I may in any way try to, because this code include string, giving out include string, then include string, and as you can see that this, as now we start first have a problem. We had a problem, and these I had to include. I didn't include the username space yesterday, but I continue. And now we come here and start with our class. As you know that this is our constructor, and we have been told here, if you want to see this, like this, the whole idea of what I've done, so that maybe you can see. And here I want you to see exactly yourself what I did. You see, this is exactly what I did. These are public, as you can see. The plus stands for public, and then the negative, we can say dash, stands for private, and then this is what I did. And here you can see that there is party. As you can see party, you can see that it is load votes, and see for load votes the search, it's like this, the get total definitely, and the double, that's in double, and the numset and party profile, that is, and all that. I hope that you can see that. And now we get to the real action. You get to the real action, and the real action allows us, we come here, that's where it says, it gives a party member is an array of type that stores the political party, abbreviation like this, and then party name is an array of string that stores the party name, tells us, and all that, and this and all that. It's a two-dimensional array. Okay, it's a two-dimensional array. This one is a two-dimensional array. I didn't check that. Did they tell me? No, it's not a two-dimensional, but they say it's a two-dimensional array that stores, it's a two-dimensional, that's the type int, and stores the votes for 10 provinces, so that it's okay. But they didn't indicate here. That's for me. We can come and since for 10 provinces, okay, we'll do that. for that. For now, I want us to focus on that. Didn't tell me that. Let us come here and we can initialize. We can initialize all that, because we know that we can initialize that because we know about that. And we can come here, we have what? We have the party name. We have the party name. Okay, we have the party code, which was in string. It's an array. So we know that this is on. What you need to know, it's like this, like that. We're initializing. If I like, I can just do it like this. Grab them like this. Okay, one by one, just like that. And copy, put them here because they are all the same size. Paste, and all like that. And since it's a name, gonna still have the same thing. And we get what? We get this party leader. Copy it and paste it, since we know it's like that. What I want you guys to understand is what I'm doing, and if there's anything that you see as a mistake, you can just make reference to me and I'll understand that. And we have the total vote. This is going to be a bit long algorithm, and program or a problem. And then you know that it's an array, then it's an integer. Understand this? And we've done the initialization, but since I was told that this is an array, a double array, I mean a two-dimensional array, well, though it's not possible, because you can see this is a mistake. You can see that this cannot be possible. It's not a two-dimensional array. It cannot be. A two-dimensional array has to have, if we had like this, maybe rules like this and all that, you get me? So that we'll read these and store them. But roles that indicates the what? That indicates, I can say, that indicates the elections or the votes of each province, the votes of each province, like this. But now we only have the votes of a party, but all that, and all that, that's a problem we have, that it's not possible because this. But however, I think there's something. Yeah, so then I would like wanted to confirm something, and then here sort of content. This is definitely wrong. I mean, this statements that this is a, well, if that was true, it's not. This is a dimensional array. It's supposed to be a dimensional array. Party votes, because even here it's party votes. Whoever wrote here, it's a big mistake, because if it was a two-dimensional array, we would have had maybe slots or rows that indicates those for such. But now there isn't, and we cannot just assume that from here to here it could be one column, and to here one column and a row, one column and a row. We cannot do that. So whatever it is, you can even refer to the problem, just indicate to the lecture if you own, and say in reference to these party votes, and you'll see that definitely it is a biggest mistake. That's why I can see it here. Yeah, that it's the biggest mistake. Unless if there's something that I find throughout the program when I I solve it, and I'll let you know, guys. But for now, there's nothing that I can see as these amount to be true. I mean, these amount to be true. So for now, this will keep it like that. So let's continue with the program. And as I have done this I've initialized now, and now what I have to do is this is the party, this is the constructor. The constructor I did is party, I've initialized, and then now we come to the load. The method must receive file name as the parameter and must populate the data string array with information read from the file. A record in the file will always be in the format of the part name, like this, it will be like this, we know. And it is separated by what? We know that here we were told that it is separated by a semicolon, which is this. So now we have to understand that. And then lastly, we first have to know that we have the party name, the abbreviation, the leader name, total number of votes, total number of votes, not per province. Now this became for 10, not for 10 province. For now that here it's okay. So now let's start. The semicolon now it's emphasized here. Semicolon is used separate data. And then let's start here for you. As I start here, I come and say I have my function, my method. The first method I must use is load, which is in void. I have to come here and say void, and I have to say party like this, and something has to pop up. Sorry, it's capital letter. I have to say like this, party, and pop up, and load vote like this, and they say I must receive a string. Remember, this has to be like that. There must be a string called file name. That means I must receive the file name, and which is national, you know, the file name. I'm just saying it is going to be a string like this. String, I'm gonna say just file name for now. The file name again, just like this, file name, and this is how it is, and this is a method. And look here, they say that we must read according to how it is. This is a name, party name, abbreviation, and leader. As we all know, it is like this: party name, abbreviation, the leader name, and also the total number of votes. And let's do it now. Let's come here and do it. And then I'm here with you guys. Listen to me. If you listen to me, you're gonna pause. Sorry for that. And then I come, and these now I have to start, maybe declare something int count, it's equals to 0. I'll tell you what this is for. And then I start, for sure I know that I have to get the part name. I would say the part name, just like this, name, so that you'll understand. It's going to be a string, sorry, not to include, it's going to be in string. And we're going to have what, the party code, I'm going to do it like this, code. And I have what, I have the leader, then this is going to be the part leader LD, so that you understand. And it's like this. And then lastly I have total votes, int total vote, like this. And I'll have to name maybe the line, because we have to have a line. I'll tell you what, then let me say, and here is fine, I'll just come here and say line, and then we start now. We use while because we don't know the number. Well, for us we only declared 100 here because we're not given. We cannot create an array without indicating the size of it, and we can, like, you can put 1000. It's fine. And then just like that, and then now we have to say while, what to say, get line. They said we should use the get line, and what do we have to get? So firstly, let me first open up, let's first open up the class, the file. Let me first open up the file. Here I have this. I would say fstream, and come here and fstream and give it, this is what, this is my file. I can say like that, my file, and then after that I can come and say my file. Okay, let me do this for simplicity. My file, because I'm gonna read it there, so it doesn't recognize, it has to come this way. This is the fstream. This allows us to read. It has to be here, and then let me place it here so that we can get with the work done. My file, know that it has to be working now. Now it knows. Okay, my file, and now I have to say my file dot open. I'm opening the file, and then what is it? It is my file. It is what? Simply because now it's there, I'll just have to say file name. It is in string. We know it is file name dot csv. You ask yourself, why is it that you didn't include the codes? Well, you'll see why I'm saying so. I'll extend why it did in the quote, like quotation like this, and then svs like that, and yeah, like blah blah blah. I'll explain to you why. Then now we come here, we know our file, we have to say my file, and then the line, voila. And then here we come and close it. If it gives us a problem, that svs file, if that is the problem, okay, I would like to do something. But file name .csv, sorry, I had to do that. File name .csv, let me do that because it gives me one problem there, and I don't like problems for now, and I don't want problems with anybody. And this is what I have. And then now I close one bracket here. Listen, we start. Now we start. We're gonna start. We're gonna first, we know that now we have a line. We have to start doing something. And what is it when I have to something is to say int get the position, declare the position, and then now we start. What do you have? We say position is equals to the line that find here. What do we find? Like this, semicolon. And we come, now we get what? The name. Okay, the name, our names. Remember that we had the name in what? Now we should count because we're going to use a for loop. Name, it's not name, but it's just, it's party. It's part name. There's something that I did that I was not supposed to have done, and you forgive me guys, but anyway, it's fine. I somehow made these names. I've declared these ones. I don't need them here because after all we are reading within the class, so I have my names here. Are they? I have just what to just add them here, but now I have to say string line, because the line value has to be there. And now I have to say this equals, and then now and then this is equals what line dot subscript from where, from 0 pause, from 0 pause. You get that? From 0 pause. So if you know that, we can say plus, we say that +1. The reason I think, well, one day I'll make a video based on string manipulation, so that I'll give you an understanding of why these post +1 and all that. So now we're done, and now we have what? We have our name. It's here from 0 to the post there, and then what we have to delete. Now delete the line, because we want the line to change. And then like that, line is equals to delete. We delete the line. We delete the line is equals to line. Sorry, that's equals to line dot delete dot erase. In fact, let's use erase, because I've never used delete. Erase, and then erase from where? From 0 to what? To pause. Erase that. That's what you should erase. Here you take what it's there. Now you erase. When you erase, it's just like that. And what you can do, I've always told people, that's how I do, it's just to copy this, and you know the same thing, and then black piece. But here is what is the party, is the party leader. The party leader is the party leader. And what we have here, we have the party, oh no, maybe I'm something that we have the party code, by the way, the party name. Yeah, it's party name. Yeah, I'm sure about that. With the party name, we have the party code, because there must be read the party code. The party code, the party, we have the party leader, with the party leader, and lastly we have the vote, and we just have to say tot code. It's equals to, now we have to say line dot subscript no, not subscript, line, because that's what's left. Let me try to give you an understanding of what we have. These first, we took a line. In this line we had a semicolon, with a semicolon, and what we did was to say that since we had the line, we have our semicolons and all that, we just now have to include, now we have this line. If we have this line, it's like on this line. So what do we have? This is the total number of votes. It's the last. Remember that I've deleted these. I've deleted the party name. First, I got the position of here where there was a comma and took it, and now at the end I place it where in the party name, and now what I do, I now delete from where I took. You understand? From where I took and all that. From where I took to here. I hope you're getting me. From where I took to there. So now I've deleted what? this African. Now what is left? Remember, we're taking one line for now. It's one line. So we have this line. Forget about that. We'll come to jump. The while loop will jump to this one and this one. We have only this line. And now I've taken this one. I've placed it here. And now I delete it. Now I'm left with what? I'm left with ACD Kenneth 100. And this will come where? To the first. This will come here. Will be the first. That means AC will start from now. Will be what? The one line will be AC will be the first string, or A will be my string 0. This will be like, in fact you can say this here shift to come here, because the African Democratic Party is gone, so this will shift and come here to be the first. That's why here we start again by doing the same thing. The party name, the party code, now the party code is this one. We take it here to the party code and we erase it from where it was to here, and it's gone now. We're left with what? With Kenneth Mishi, and like this. And when we do that, this becomes, we delete the what? The abbreviation and all that. This is what is left for us in the line, and that means this will shift to be what? To be the first here, to come here to be the first. Now we have Kenneth Mishi and our total number of votes, like that. And now we will come here and take these now, when we put it where? Here. In fact, we find the semicolons each time here. They are here. We find the semicolons each time, and after finding the semicolons, and we now can take our positions and put our name to the party. And now we delete what? We delete the line, and what is left now? What was left was total number of votes. That's why I didn't find any line now. I just said total number of votes equals to line, because the line is now, this line is left with what? With this total number of votes. And now I can do my work. And then now I think you understand what I mean. I can do now my work. And what I have to say is to say now one thing, because now the line is in string. I have to understand something. The line is in string, and I know the total number of votes should be what? Should be an int. In the sense of educated, I have to say a toy. This is the way to convert it. A toy like this. You can say come here, this, and here it is. You can say underscore if you like, or you can go to it and there it is, and do like this, and this like bracket, and you close the bracket for the toy, and voila, this is what we are. For now we are done with what. So I would like to show you what I did, and you see by displaying the information that I have, the information that I have. So what you need to do is for here maybe to count, because it's a count, it's count, so count plus plus, because instead of using a loop I'm using count, and then it just count, simply because we didn't know how we place 100,000, but now we will know, because this count will now execute based on the number of the lines found. If the number, if there's no line that is going to get here, then it will stop. So we'll know how many of the people or the parties there are now. So for now, just to show you, just to show you by at least displaying, I can display for you everything, like maybe display the party. I can say the party name, so that's the party code. Maybe okay, let's say the party name, so that you understand what I mean. The party name, but there's something that I should have done, but I'll quickly fix it fast. Party code. I'm displaying these. This is what I need. I'll show you why. Yeah, it has to come down. It's count plus plus, and now there's what I need to include. You guys have to be able to understand that you need these things to run. Let's see, now it's fine. I've included my iStream, that's what it wanted. It was the CP. And now let's try to read the file and see what we get. We have read the file. No, this function does not say we display, but I just want to display to show you something, the file name, and see if it runs. Maybe it might not run, but maybe it might not run. If it doesn't run, there's something. Let me check the program. Oh, that's the problem. The problem is that I must create and so I must create because everything must be run within the main, so I have to run. So I forgot that this is not the main. Sorry for that. If that is the case, then I have to come and create my own, what you call this, this the class name, and I can say p, and then what do I need to do? I call the p dot load votes. Let me see the load votes, but firstly, you know what I should count. There's something that I must pass. As you see, string like that, I have to pass something, and as you know, the name of the name of the name of my what do you say, my SVS file has to be, you can put it here as maybe say file name. I could give the name file name, and as we know, it's equals to the name is here. I'll come and take the name and show you how I will. This is the name of exactly here. I say as it is now and place it here, and it loads. I close and I pass it where? I pass it in my load function, and as you can see here, this is what I'm gonna pass. File name, this name that I created and all that, and I close, and let's hope that everything it's done, it's okay. And what I know, it's this pause, the pre-definition. It's because I'm defining too much of these pause. I can maybe remove these positions because they are I can maybe declare it once there. I can declare it here. I have to declare inside because if I declare it outside, now to hold one value of the same, so I have to include here, not everywhere. That's why it's giving me like this. And let's run, let's see if there's anything. The method, I don't think that there must be anything, the method. And now, okay, no file is read. Let me see, it's my file. Did I get this same? Did I do that? This, okay, let's do something. Let's see like this, and come here, and maybe here, because it seems to be like this. And that's this file name that I have, and I've passed it there. Maybe let me do something like this. Yeah, no, like this. Thank you. Now because I've passed it, that's why I said there's no need for that. And now what do I do? Let's try and run it again. If it gives us something, they will find the problem for that. It's going to be a way to find that it doesn't. Let's check our file. The problem must be with the file. Let's check if the file is somewhere right. Okay, I think the file has to be moved. Let's take our file and moved here. Paste it here, and let's go and run now and see if we'll find it. We save every information and we run. No, the file doesn't run. The only way now, what I've realized, I think everything is fine. The problem is that here was I placed this semicolon. They said we should use a semicolon, but the problem is that they said the problem is that they had indicated that it should be saved in an SVS file. In an SVS file, the fields are separated not by a semicolon but by a comma, so this could not read that. And now what I did was to change the commas. So as seen here, like I told you that they say that we should do in an SVS and semicolon, and each time that I use a semicolon it couldn't read, and then I used commas, so that because there's accepted in an SVS file. And now what do I need to do? Maybe let me try and run and see if I change that there'll be something. Wow, okay, now I have my party names. Okay, here's my party names, but now what I need to do is to come and end the line so that they can be in orderly manner. Let me try it and see if I'm going to work. Yeah, as you can see, African Congress Party and all that, like that. That means if I want, I can add one. Maybe let's add what the party code. You can see party code. Since it's an array, we can lose the count, and then voila. And then first we have to space up or use a tab, because they can get mixed up. Let's just use a tab. Let's use tabs. This is something that shouldn't be used. Let's use tabs like this, and let's run this. You see now, you'll see in the party codes. Here are the party codes. What do I see? The party codes? No, I don't see the party codes. And let me see what the problem might be. It's maybe because we don't see now. I'm checking. Let me see something. Okay, that's a problem. I placed it +1. I should delete it +1, not yeah. Now I'm including the comma. That's why I took the comma. Sorry guys, just used to what is it, TPG 201. So I'm using TPG 201. You must do it like this. So sorry for that. No, I don't have to explain that. And this is fine, but the delete, I have to delete it like this because I'll explain to you guys that's sort of my mistake. I'm just used to other than, and even the Java one uses like this. So yeah, forgive me for that. And let's try and use it now and run it now. Yeah, there it is. You can see it's the party, it's ACDs like that and like that because of tabs, and that's what we get. But they're not in a way that it's a bit. Let me try and organize it. Let me include another tab, but I think it's fine for now. Yeah, it's fine, as you can see that. And then we can continue and do the other. This is not part, the displaying part, it's not part of the program. I was just showing you whether we've read the information or not. And now that we are, so we should continue. Let me try and see the other. Now we say we have these. Since we are done with this one, we come and try it here. And now they said this method receives a party code to search for parameters of type string. This method must find and return the party codes at that index. And what do we do too? This is like drinking my hair. We come here and get what here we have. This it's in search, it's a string, and as you can see here, it's a search, it's a string. and this has to be here. I guess it's a string. Sorry, not fast typing. We have party, we have this party, and what we have to search, and we need to search, and let's search, and the search receive a string, we can say key, because they said it should receive. First you should read, it's supposed to receive as parameters a party code. So we just for understanding sake, we say party code, just like that. And remember that the name, as you've seen in the file name, we are receiving the file name from where? From the main. And that's where it is. We take the file name and we place it here, and these payloads, as you can see, payloads. Other people will say, where does this come from? And then it comes from the main, and there it is, and we take it from here and we use it from here, and that was manipulation, is all that. That's it is. So we come here and say, what's the problem with search? Okay, there's one problem with the search. Let me come here, and I know why this was not supposed to be there. The key, this thing key, the search should be right by now. Why am I not, did I not write the parts? Is it not in string? Okay, maybe it might not be in string. It's an int, sorry. Yeah, it's an int, so I should write it in integer. I didn't check that. So in integer, so that's what it is, and we receive this, and to check. And now we know, then since we know the number of what, now we know the number of what, of the people inside, regardless of the number that we declared first, because we didn't know. Now we know because we have what, we have looped in through the whole file. What we have to do is just say for loop, and in our for loop we can now indicate that we understand that we have what we had, which is count, and then we can try here an index. What do they want? They want us to search for these given, they want us equals to 0 to search. So what we do, they want us to search and by searching, since we all know that the count here is not really, that's why it's getting, we know that the count here is declared here, and though we didn't pass it in our problem because here it doesn't know, that's why the count here doesn't know. We have to still use the size, because the count, it doesn't, because this one is what it, the count belongs in this function. If only we were allowed to pass it from there, but we're not allowed, so I thought we were, so we have to use our size for now. But it doesn't matter still, even if it's 1000 or 100, as long as the file ends there, will end there. Forget about the other. If it's 100 people, if it's 80 people, the file will read to 8, because the get line will not get the other lines as 90 and all that, so the whole 1000 and all that will be in fact useless in which count that. So don't worry about how the whole program gonna be executed. And now let's come and say we have to search from party code. And what do we say to say? If the party code, this party code is the one that we have as an attribute. Party code what I, it equals, it's equals to the party code that we are receiving this. Then what we do, we have to say, okay, we have found our index now. Index, it's equals to 0. It's equals to, instead because we know that the size like this, size 100 is 1000. We know it's 1000 for now. In fact, let's try come here and say it's 100. What we need to do, we can just say the size it's equal, okay, we can say the index is equals to 101, or we can say size plus 1. Why do we do that? We say if this is equal, if we find the party code, let's forget about the one. If we find the party code, there is no need, in fact there is no need for us to keep searching. Let me just say, so this is the index, not for that, it's I, the we say that since it's looping from 0 to size, so now we say if I found the party name, then now give the I equals to 100, so that it's now the I becomes 100, so that it does not loop again. So now we can say our index, the index now, what do we know? The index now is to come here and say we have found the index. We used to do this in I. Why? Now check, I haven't changed. First, the index is equals to I haven't changed the index yet here. If example we find that the party code, this one was in maybe when I was 50, that means it will store the index 50 here, but now index 50 here, which is I, and now since we have found the index where the party is, we don't care. Now we want to end the loop, so that's why we say I is equals to size. Which size is what? It's 100. So we want that when the loop comes out from here, it gets what? It comes to say that I is equals to 100. If 100, then it doesn't terminate, because 100 it said less than 100. So we want the loop not to terminate if the index, if this is equal, because we have found what we wanted, only one thing, and now what we have to do is to say like this, index. Since here I didn't see, let me try to see, index, and we know that one thing you have to understand, we know that if you have anything whatsoever as a function, there must be a return value. We have to return it, because here is int. If it's void, there's no return. If it's void, it's int, is string, there must be return. So it's what? Return. What are we returning? We are returning what? The index. And outside the loop, because once the index, and we are done with this question. I'm done with this question for you. This method, and now we come to this method to determine the total to get the total number of what? To get the total number of total number of votes here, and then what we have to do is to do this, and since we know that we have total votes, we have to come and say this to calculate the get votes, and the get votes have to be an integer. We know that we have here, which is the get votes, get total votes. These get total votes, we come here and place it here. I know that I'm a bit slow, but I'm doing it so that you understand, because I'm just solving. I didn't solve it before, then I'm solving it now. That's why I'm a bit slow. So you can complain people that that guy is a bit slow and it's too long, because I didn't start. I'm just doing it right now. I didn't practice it. So then now we come and say int what party part, sorry, it must be a capital letter, party, and this comes, and what get total, there's no return, it goes like this, and get total. Now we know the port code and all that. So what are they saying? This receives the party code, determine the method determines the total number of votes for all parties. The total number for all parties. What do we have to come? We have to come and say tot here. This because they don't receive anything, and we say tot. It's okay. Total vote tot v. Let's limit it v so that we are a bit user friendly and all that. Tot v. It's equals to 0. Let's say it's equals to 0 so that we can accumulate it. I'll show you why I'm saying so that we can accumulate it. And tot v it's equals to one can say tot v, it's not a problem. And what we're taking the whole total, we are getting the total. What total? We want to calculate the total of all parties, this total. So we have to say total plus what we have, what the tot parties, if I'm not mistaken, as in the tot parties, tot votes, tot votes, but I know it's an array. I know it's in what, sorry, I know it's an array, so it's like this. You can say we can say like this, and then we create an array, and then like that and like that, and then now we get the total. One can say, well, I don't know how to do it, I don't want to do it like this. You can do it like this. Total is the same thing, and it's fine. And then now we go to it, because you say what, there's int. Each time there's int or there is string or there is char, you have to return, but there is void. You don't have to, it has already returned itself. And then say return what? Return tot v, and then this tot v, and we have it. There are no errors. If there were errors, okay, the errors that I have here, I always have this error, the size and all that. If there were errors, each time I call my party name, like if I come here and call it a set party dot, I'll show you why. So my program is clean. Now I come to total number of seats. There's a number of seats. Let me see the method. Now I'm here to get what the num. Yeah, I'm here to get the total. The parliament has 400 seats. The parties will sit according to their proportional amount of votes. For example, if FF wins a total number of 200 seats, 200 votes of out of the total number which I've calculated it, of 200 of 20 million votes, they will get 2, which is the total. This is what they have, divide by the total, multiply by 400, and then we know that this should be less than, which is equals or less than 14. They're just making in and but we'll change that. So what we need to do is to come here and see. I have to see, is it the double? It's a double. Then I will have to come here and say no, I have a double. If there was any mistake, what I want to say, if there was any error whatsoever, if I come here and say dot, it wouldn't be showing me any of these methods that I have. So that means I'm doing everything cool so far. And then now I get number of seats. I don't know this program. I've never done this problem. I'm just doing it right now. It's just that I understand what is going on now, and I realize that here it receives what, a string, and I can write just string. What do I receive? So I have to get to know, they have to tell me what I'm receiving, and I know that I'm according to, and then the party of the votes for all party proportional. What they have to tell me, the party receives the party code, and you are required to determine the party code. So if I receive the party code, I have to say P. I can say P party code. Any name is fine. Here's the parameter and then party code, and now I must use the party code. The party code to determine let me say the total number. It receives the party code, and you're required to determine the total number of votes for all parties using appropriate methods. The party votes for the party code using appropriate methods, and the number of seats for the party code using a formula explained above. Well, I've calculated the party votes for all party. I mean, the total number of votes for all parties using appropriate. I've done that, and the party votes for party code using appropriate. Well, party codes, I know them. I have my party codes in my array. So what do I have to do? Is just to come here and say, since I know that I have to calculate. One thing you have to understand, you have to calculate. This is just 5 marks. You have to calculate. You have to get the number of seats for the number. The parliament has parties will win. Parties will win according to. So you have to determine. Well, determine receive the party code, and you are required to determine. So what you should know is that we are going to determine the number of seats based on the party code that we received. I want you to get me that, based on the party code that we received. I hope you get that. So what is that going to happen? We are going to say, for some reasons, since we know that we need the party name for all that, we're not going to calculate the whole, just for based on the party. So we have to say that this is my for loop. I start and I come for int, and I say size. Now this size thing, this declaring, this people not giving us the exact name of the number of what sometimes can confuse people, but it's fine. And we said if this is what you should do, you need to get okay, what am I doing is you need to get the party code. I mean, you need to get what you call, you need to get the number of to calculate this stuff, and based on the number based on the total number of votes and the number of seats. But what I want to know is that, what I want you to know, guys, is that this party code, we have found the index of, when we keep searching, we've searched and all that, we know that, and now we will need this index. How are we going to need this index? For example, we can say, one thing I want to tell you that this method receives a party code, and you are required to determine the total number of the codes for all parties using appropriate method. The party votes for party code. The party votes for party code using appropriate methods. So you see, you are calculating based on the party code, and this we are receiving. So what I can tell you now, these things I do it not because I've seen, but if party code it equals to, one thing you have to know, that this is what, let's just say I, if party code, okay, I, it equals to that if there's anything I will tell you something, that then let's calculate what the number of seats, and then you can come here and say int num seat, it's equal, this has to be this, if this okay, we have to say if this is this, and we have to say num seats it equals to num seats, it's equals to, we have the formula that we're given. I want you to understand the formula is the total is your party votes, so we know that the party votes is what we know, our party votes. So since this one has to the party votes, we can say that the party votes something that is a problem. I have a problem why we are receiving this party code. Why are using this party code for? Because now the party votes for the party code using appropriate methods. Well, I done that. I don't think there's a need to receive it again because I'd received it here to calculate the index. And now what should I do? What I should do is, maybe I didn't do it quite right. Let me see this. What am I receiving? I'm receiving string. What is it? I'm receiving this expression, a double. Okay, it's fine. I'll do it. Anything, I'm trying to do it. So let me do it whatever way, as long as it makes sense. It will make sense. Then it's gonna say I need to get what the number of that party. This has to say party what the total votes, not party, the total votes. This is a total votes for what? This is not the total number of all parties. This is total votes for each. Total votes. I know that this is like this. The total number of seats is equal to total votes. We say that it's divide by the total. That means we have to divide by what? By the total number of, and what the total number, what do we do here is to get the total. So we have to call this function here get total. It's a function because the total we did it, the get total, we did it, the get total here. You're gonna return what the total votes, the whole total votes. So we're gonna return, that's why we have to just like that. And then what we have to do now at the end, we have to multiply by 400. We have to multiply by 400, and this is it 400. So that is it. If you receive this code, if I get what you want to calculate ABC, and then if the party code is equal to this, get the what, because we know it I will be there, this divide by that. Now that's correct, simply because of that. So this is supposed to be in double, sorry, not in that, in double, but we know that the number of votes should be, number of seats should be that, but anyway in double, so we are fine. We don't have to worry about converting it. Whatever you get, it's fine. You'll be giving a chance and you'll be returning it, sorry, preparing the number of what, the number of seats, because we calculated the num seats. You can go and ask your election, confirm, they will tell you that that is what should be done. So this is what I did. So I will do the last since they are not errors, it means that everything these I will do the last method, which is, then we might go to the main, but I think it's time. I don't want to make time. There's so much time that I spent on this. It's void. What do you say? Void party, and then party like this, and what is your party profile, and I guess it doesn't receive anything. Yeah, nothing, doesn't receive anything, and then we are good. And let's see what it has. It says that this method builds a string that is displayed over several lines. This method builds a string that is displayed over several lines and contains the heading party name, followed by the lines containing the party name, the party leader, and the total number of votes refer. Okay, but in my, sorry for that, just because in my file I just omitted the line of that. I thought perhaps it wouldn't be necessary. I can see that now it's necessary. I can see that now it's necessary, but anyway, I will just write a program. As long as you put it there, it will just take it like that. As long as your file is there, so you put it, because now they said this builds a string line that is displayed over several lines. This is okay. This method builds a string that is displayed over several lines and contains a heading, party details, followed by lines containing party name, party leader, the total number of votes. Then I should refer to figure 2, and then let me say figure 2. You see what let me see what they want. I think it's this. I think this is it. So I'm supposed to do like these votes, that yeah. So I'm supposed to do it like this party. It has to be like this: party leader, party. Okay, it has to be. I think it has to be party, and like this, party leader. Do it like this: party, party leader, like this, total votes like this. But I think they've okay, let me see. What about the party name? Did they place it here? They want the followed by the party name, party leader. So why I can't see the party name here? I can see the abbreviation. I can only see the abbreviation. That's it. This is what's supposed to be done, but I don't see the party. I can only see the party. We say party and party leader, like this, party and all that. It's like drinking my ale. It's just something that everybody can do, but I will do it for you. This is just the what is it? The profile. What they so called it profile, because this builds a string that is displayed over several lines. I don't know what I could do without, because now they didn't put the party name here. I don't see. You can see the party name. If now it's party ACP, party leader, like they want things to be done that way, and it's fine. That could be done, just a line of strings. But what about the party name? Because I can see the abbreviation, the name of the leader, and the what you say, the total number of votes. I can see 3. I don't know if I'm a bit like that. Yeah, like here, as we can see the file, what we are seeing is this: they took from here and didn't include anything from them. So that's the one, just is the string line, and the string line is cheap. I can give it you a cheap price. Well, if that's what they line, because they want it to be displayed that way, you just have to say C out. So now here in my own, and here in my own, I can see that they have asked for me to write the string line according to what the string line has to be what you call, has to include the string, be the string that display over several lines, then contains a heading followed by the lines. First there must be heading, it must know that there must be heading, and then, but I don't have the heading, so please do include the heading. So here I have to tell you that it has to, so now the lines follow by, so in this way it's simple because they said containing the party name and all that. So I just have to say come here and see out one thing. See out party, simple because they want that. Let me just do what they want, but let's just do it. Okay, let's do what we know it should be. It's a party what? It's party name, it's party code, party leader, and party I mean not party but total. I know these are in total. I know all these are in, these are arrays, so I will include them in there. Just do that so that you know. So here we can just close there, but there's something that I want you to do. I won't do it for you anything, please guys. If you want to, I didn't do this for you to just copy, I just did it for you to understand what they want, because somebody asked me of it. I'm not gonna do any in the question paper that definitely are given, because it's like I'm making you do something that's not in any way permissible. So I'm not gonna give you any of these memos. Simply this is a memo, I know, and I'm not gonna, because whatever I write now is definitely that it is, and that's supposed to be what did I do? And then like this. And then one thing you need to know, okay, you'll do it for yourself. I want you to understand that now here you have to put this in every set, and it is simple. Okay, I can try. Let me do it for you, because what you need to do is just to come here and then add this, and you can add this. It depends where, it depends on here. What is it? It depends on, it's my mouse. My mouse is a problem. It depends on, yeah, exactly straight, so it's fine. So it's fine. You can come and put another one here. Come put it here. Sorry. You can come and place another one here. And that's it, and this will come up the way it is. So but the problem is that this just like this. If they wanted to put it like this, party name like this, you just have to come here. Since they can say, but for here there's no, by the way, you can see that there is no party name here, it's just ACD. In fact, due to this, let me just omit it, and omit it for the sake of how it is. But in the question paper they say they want the party name as well, but I can't see it in the figure too. In this figure I cannot see it, so that if you want, you just have to come here, and before everything you say end line, and in end line what you say see out, and you see out. Do you see out here? It's end line, because it must be an end line. And then here you can check now this HPAs and this leader and like that, so that it must be end name everywhere. So this has to be end line, and then like this, see out and end line. This is the string you must create. Talking about the screen. So I think, guys, I have done the best that I was supposed to, and well, I would to read this, I will have to read it everything from them. So there's this index this index that we calculated for sure is going to be needed. I've been asking myself where, but I think I'm gonna use it somewhere. And then we are done with the whole class. As you can see, we are done here, and this is the main module. This is here, and then I want you guys, I can't do it for you this unless if somebody asks me on something, then I can see the code and then I do it for you and it runs perfectly. I think time is too much. I've spent too much doing this now. I think I should somehow cut it off, and 1 hour and that is too much. Thank you.